Hi guys, it's Keith with Arkenberg Farms. It is now 2021. Had a great season, great year last year. And for New Year's Day, we got about 6 inches of snow. So that has pretty much blanketed everything. Any production in the field is done. Cat tunnel going in. It's partially done. Let's hope the ground doesn't freeze. There's Buddy in the background. But I just want to take you around, kind of show you some of the management we do for the snow on the tunnels and how we manage it. Let me show you. So again, I want to thank everybody for a great season last year. One of our best seasons of all. We got a lot done on the farm, had a lot of progress, getting ready to expand, get even bigger next year. A lot of big things coming, but that's further down the road. We'll talk about those when time comes. Got to get our new tunnel finished around me. See all the ground posts sticking out of the ground? It's a classic 16-foot wide Farmer's Friend Caterpillar tunnel. It's going to be up on the ground post. Then down here at this one end, it's going to have a Dutch door end wall. So it should be pretty nice when it's done. But we got about 6 inches of snow. And this can be very detrimental to the tunnels if we get too much at once. Now, typically, here in Kansas, we only get 1 or 2 snow events a year, so it's not that much to worry about. My biggest problem is, you can see, it is all pretty much shed from the top of the high tunnel. But it all comes down here on the side. What I generally like to do is, before this automated side curtain rolls up, if you want to see how I did that, check out automated side curtain and use wiring option B, because that's the best way. It keeps the limit switches from getting stuck. But we have to get the snow off of it down here at the bottom, because I had it originally the first time that I ran this, all the snow fell off. It didn't heat up enough to actually get the snow to melt. But what it did, and it didn't open up the side, what it did was this stayed down, this kind of got melted and then refroze hard as a rock. And since that thing is automated, it has no idea it's stuck. That has the capability of actually picking up close to 300 feet of end wall, and probably a lot more than that, be my guess. I'm doing 50 foot. So it took that bar and it literally twisted it all the way down it, which was not good. So what I'm gonna have to do is go through, do some snow shoveling all the way across there. So now for our cat tunnels. Oh, there's our new building. I'm almost done with that. Should get the walk-in up and running come tomorrow. But for these cat tunnels, I think it's a really good thing. The snow actually seals them in better. The one thing you have to be careful about is the temperature, because when it's sealed up this well, you really don't know what the temperature is inside. I mean, you kind of poke through there, kind of get a feeling for it. I mean, it's maybe 40, 50 degrees. Nothing really to major worry about at this point. But it's really good and sealed. Now, for the amount of snow we just got, which is about 5 or 6 inches, that is not enough to worry about on these sidewalls. Worry about having to collapse it. I mean, this thing is good and sturdy. And it's being pushed equally from both sides. So when it's got equal pressure on both sides, we don't have to worry about getting a collapse. Now that's the main way that high tunnels and greenhouses collapse in the snow, is that you'll have a real strong wind, so the majority of your snow will collect on one side and not the other. And when you get uneven loading, it'll actually push and push out and push it over. The other possibility you have is multiple tunnels in a row, like we have 2 in a row here. We got tons of room, at least for our environment. You know, this might not be enough for somewhere up northeast or way up north, because I've got, let's say I got a 12-foot drive road in here, if I remember right, and an extra bed, so we got 16 foot. I've always heard 12 foot is like a minimum between tunnels. But again, for our environment, I don't have to worry about that. But what I'm going to have to do right now anyways is, I'll probably clear a little bit of snow on the end. That way when I have to open this up to vent it, it will. I'll also go through and clear this snow off the side. That way when this thing goes down, it'll actually go down all the way, because I've actually had that happen as well, where it really did a number to everything inside of it. Because we still have a good amount of lettuce in there. You can see back there in the background. And when it gets down to 20 degrees tonight, and that doesn't close, it's game over for it. It's done with. But for now, I'm gonna get to shoveling, do a little bit of work around the doors, kind of look around in them, and we'll go from there. Okay, I just shut that off, and what's happening now, it's going down. I do not want that, because it'll get caught up down there where it's high, and it'll start to wind back on itself and cause problems. So we are going to very quickly go shut this off. Ew. Before it makes it down. And the way I shut mine off is, I just unplug it. I never put a switch on it. Originally I was going to put a switch on it, but I also never got it directly wired either. So I mean, there's our junction box. We got our 24 volt transistor, or converter, transformer. There we go. We got our double pole, double throw switch. Again, you can check that out in automatic side curtain wiring. And use wiring option B for that. That's the best one to use. And in here, we're still doing good. This tunnel actually gets a little bit colder than the other tunnels, and it's because I've never gotten these sections right here sealed up. You can see it's a little tighter now with the snow on it, but these sides flap when the wind really goes hard, so it gets a lot colder in here. The purple heads do great. These kegelings right here, and they do awesome. They're beautiful. The greens, not so well. I believe those are Bergams. But all of our leaf lettuce does great. Anyways, back to clearing the snow. So that's really all I try to do, is I just try to cut the snow down to where it's below where the tunnel rolls down to, and then I go through and make sure that it actually closes. That way the tunnel stays up against the hip board or the baseboard here and keeps it sealed with the snow all the way across. Now I'll go ahead and walk it, and I mean, like right here I got a chunk. There we go, fixed. Make sure I don't have anywhere else that's grabbing. Looks good. Here's what I was talking about with problems with the snow blowing, or the wind blowing through. But all in all, I'm not gonna worry about that. That'll do its thing. The only thing I was concerned with was this tunnel, and that was right along the bottom here. So it's a good way to start the new year. Nice snow, nice fresh start over. Get ready for a new season and all the fun stuff that's getting ready to come. So, hope y'all like what you saw here today. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank y'all. Have a good day.